Yo, what is up, YouTube? This is Steel City War Games, and I am Hectic Hayes here commentating. So today I got a little Drop Zone gameplay for you, and so if you haven't checked out the channel before, then I would suggest doing that. If you like Skyrim, we got some good Skyrim tip videos up, and we'll put up some more Modern Warfare 3 videos definitely. So at the end of this video, please give it a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel if you want, if you like what you see. So in the beginning, you can see here I rush the drop zone, and you can see that little spot right there. You can get the first care package real quick. Now usually I wouldn't suggest rushing the drop zone right away, because you know everyone just rushes right towards it and it's like a giant orgy in the middle. So usually I would suggest flanking around. If I had spawned on the other side on this particular map mission, I definitely would have done that. Like you can see here, they were flanking me. Like I would have gone around all the way to the left and done that. So now drop zone real quick, if you've never played it before, if you didn't know what it was about, so you just didn't click on it. I think it's one of the funnest, fast-paced game modes there is right now, and I'm really glad they put it together. So real quick, if you just get on the drop zone, you get a care package. The first person on your team who's on the drop zone gets the care package. That's how it works. So that's why you saw me rushing the spawn real quick to get that first care package, and then I kind of laid off a little bit. And then so the games are to 7,500, and all your points come from the drop zone. Kills don't count for anything for the total score. And then the more people you have on the drop zone, the more points you get. Alright, so you can see here I'm using the Javelin, and I'll talk about my class setup real quick. There are a few classes that I like going to. I have two classes for drop zone. Now this first one I'm using here, it's a submachine gun, close quarter combat weapon. I like using that. And I'm using sleight of hand, quick draw, and I think stalker. But I like switching stalker out a lot of times. So sleight of hand and quick draw, since this is my up close and personal class, I like using those just because you need that fast aim down the sights and that fast reload, kind of like any game mode. Oh yeah, and also real quick here, for drop zone, you can really do this by playing it a lot. But the biggest thing I can say is try to predict where the next drop zones go. Drop zones, they switch every 60 seconds, kind of like in headquarters. I don't know how long it is in headquarters. But if you can predict where the next one is and get there first, you get that first care package. You can get your teammates on there. Now, once you get your first care package, I wouldn't suggest staying on it like I did, because that's what will happen. The enemies will come, and since you're on that drop zone, they know exactly where you are. It even says it up in the top right corner, as you can see. So back to the class setup. This is my up close and personal class. As you can see, I am on the drop zone almost all the time. I'm playing the objective, helping my team out, and I get a little lucky this game. I got that Osprey gunner right there, so it's a little lucky. But if you play this way, you will get really good. You'll get the kill streaks from the drop zones. So now my third perk for this up close and personal class, I like switching it up in between Marksman, which is really good if you're lying down on the objective and you can't really see through the smoke. I like using that. Or Sit Rep, because there are hack care packages too that drop down, and people will set up bouncing betties or claymores around, and it's good to see that stuff. Now the second class I like using is more for the taking down kill streaks, but you can also use it to lay on the objective. I like going Blind Eye, Blast Shield, and then Marksman or Sit Rep once again. Probably Sit Rep more for this one. Now the reason for Blind Eye is obviously because there are always a lot of helicopters and stuff up in the air, and you can take those down. Do your team a favor. Like you'll see in a little, the other team gets an attack helicopter, and I take it out with a Javelin, even though this isn't my Blind Eye class. So now Blast Shield is really useful if you're sitting on that. You can use it for your up close and personal class too. But me personally, I like Quick Draw because it lets that quick release of your equipment and all that, and that's really important, especially for drop zone when everyone's so close together. And then of course Sit Rep and Marksman again are always good. Now for the equipment, there are two equipment you can use that I really like. One I am using in this game, and that is the motion sensor portable radar one. And that's really good because the drop zone is such a tight area. It can pretty much cover all of it, so if anyone is jumping on, you can see and turn around and shoot them. And then the trophy system is the second one, and I really like that one because if people have flash grenades or grenades and they're trying to get you off that drop zone, it'll stop it, it'll cock block them, and you'll be good to go. Even though it only has two cock blocks there, it's still pretty good. And you can see me use my Osprey gunner here that I got pretty lucky. I actually don't get too many kills with it, but it helps my team out a lot, and I actually get a pretty good placement right on the drop zone to get my team even more care packages. Now the biggest helpful hint I can give you for this is roll with the team. Now I know the team's kind of obvious, and rolling with a team is good for any game mode, but I think it's especially good for this one because you can all have different roles. I know there's like Slayer and all that, but this one especially, you can have the 2 guys who sit on the drop zone. That's really all you need, 2 or 3 guys on the drop zone, and then you also gotta have those 2 or 3 guys that are roaming around. Oh yeah, and you can see right here why the javelin comes in such handy. You'll see in a moment. I get a multi-kill. So those 3 guys roaming, 2 or 3 guys roaming around, those are 2 of the most important guys, because the other team will just rush that drop zone. They'll try and get those other 2 or 3 guys sitting on the drop zone off. So you need those players rolling around. And also with the 2 class setups, you need someone taking down the kill streaks. You need someone being on the objective, being able to reload fast with that sleight of hand instead of blind eye, and all that good stuff. So both roles, either you're on the objective or you're running around killing the people, you can get quite the points. You can switch off every game, you know, have fun, whichever you like doing the best. Those guys running around getting the kills, they're not going to get any kill streaks, but actually you can get a Moab in this game. I don't know if you guys knew that. I had a friend I was playing with, and he actually got a Moab in the game because he was running around. We're using that strategy. I was on the objective. I actually like playing the objective a lot more than getting the kills. You just feel so good getting all those points on the drop zone. You get 20 points a second. So right here you can see me just making use of my portable radar and all that. I don't know where the fuck that guy came from though. And I really try to use all of my equipment. I use the javelin, the C4, and all that stuff. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the explosives. You can pretty much use any explosive you want. I prefer C4 because a lot of times the drop zones are behind a wall, kind of like right here, and you can just chuck it over and get that easy little kill. So that's pretty much the video, guys. If you enjoyed it and you like this drop zone game mode and you made it this far through the video, then please drop this a like if you enjoyed it, and check out the channel. Don't forget to do that. So I'll see you. Goodbye.